and welcome to another XeroLinux video. In this one, oh boy, do I have an announcement for you guys. All right, let's get into it. But before we get into it, uh, of course, let's get this out of the way. Like the video if you like it, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and ring the bell to get notified of any new videos. Help the algorithm out. Thank you. Okay, so the subject of this video is an announcement. I know I promised you guys a video related to Arch from a point of view of a distro maintainer. I'm working on that. While I do, I'm going through with this video because I'm excited. You should be as well. Well, here's the thing. You guys have been requesting a free version of XeroLinux to try before you commit and donate to grab your own copy. Well, at first I was thinking, how the hell am I going to pull that one off? And the other day, a few days ago, on DT's Patreon cast, I threw the idea to them. And I was like, how can I do that? There's no such thing as a demo for distros. So DT came up with the idea of, why not release a limited version? Like I wondered, what do you mean by limited? Okay, he answered with maybe less repositories, limited access to repositories, limited access to space, stuff like that. I was like, nah, I don't like to do that. Well, not exactly that. So then he came up with the idea, why not ship a version of XeroLinux that people can test without the installer? Light bulb moment. I'm like, I can't believe I never thought of that. A way for you guys to be able to boot the ISO, play around with the live environment, see what it's all about, and then if you like, only then, if you're satisfied, would you dive in and donate for the distro. And I wasn't about to release a version that like Zorin OS, which I don't agree with, like ship with limited amount of software, and if people want more software, charge them for that. People can just install software. This is idiotic. I was like, okay, so if I ship a version of XeroLinux without the packages that I usually ship, well, they can install them later on. It's not like, why would I charge them for that? So the idea without the installer and hiding it on a separate repo so nobody can figure out how to bring it back and bypass my limitation, I was like, yeah, great idea. Don't worry, nobody will be able to grab the installer because it's on the full version. It will be grabbing the installer from a local repo on my PC. It's not going to be online. So nobody will be able to grab the installer. But what did I do with, how did I limit the demo version of XeroLinux? Well, basically no installer, as I alluded to earlier, and I limited the cow space. What is cow space, you ask? Well, cow space is the available space on when you boot the ISO, how much space it allocates for you to play around. So I limited that to 100 megabytes. So you won't be able to install a lot of things, and you won't be able to update, because those ISOs, and this is a disclaimer, those ISOs will not be changing much. Unless there's a major refactoring, those ISOs will remain as they are, just for you to test, as a way to test XeroLinux. So since they're not going to change for a long time, there will be updates. Updates will accumulate. So if you try the demo 9 months from now or a year from now, it's going to have like 200, 300, 400 updates, 6 gigabytes worth. Well, you won't be able to install those updates because the cow space is limited to 100 megabytes. Because the way updates work on Arch is it downloads the packages to a Pacman cache, stores them there, local cache, and then installs them from that folder. And so you will have a a copy of the package in your Pacman cache, and then the installed version. So it kind of needs double the space. Unless you clean up your Pacman cache after a few months. But if you don't, like my Pacman cache, for the sake of being able to build XeroLinux without having to re-download all the packages every time, my Pacman cache is 70 gigabytes. I can afford the space. That's not a problem for me, but you get the idea. So in order for you not to be able to use it as a daily driver kind of thing or installed version, just a demo, a presentation of what XeroLinux offers, I limited the cow space, so you can't do that. Another thing I need to mention is if you want to install anything on the distro that requires a reboot, can't do that because the live environment is not persistent. A non-persistent live environment, if you install a driver, let's say, and you require a reboot, or a kernel that requires a reboot, you reboot, it's reset back to ISO default. You won't be able to benefit. It's just for demonstration purposes only. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. We are on the desktop. Okay, so when you boot the demo ISO, the first thing you're going to notice, there's only one boot entry. There's no more safe mode, start the installer in safe mode, and it doesn't say start the installer. It says start the XeroLinux demo. Details, people, details. So you hit that, and that's a virtual machine. So you hit that, and it's going to boot the ISO, just as if you were booting the full unlocked version with the installer. Nothing is different there, except, like I said, for NVIDIA users, Nouveau has been blocked until kernel 6.16 or 6.17, when we'll get an updated version of the Nouveau drivers. I will be testing those heavily before the release in September. If all works, I'm gonna unblacklist Nouveau. But just know that for you NVIDIA users out there, you'll be booting off of no mode set. So if you have multiple monitors, you're gonna have only one function. All right, now that we're on the desktop, you're gonna notice in the top bar it says no time zone set. You just click on it. You go to time zone, and you set your location. My location being Lebanon. I'm gonna click here, hit apply, and say done. And this is the update notifier. It notifies you of any updates. It says Cronkite. Yes, I do include Cronkite on XeroLinux, which is a tiling window manager for KDE. You can play around with that. I don't use it, so I know nothing about it. So please don't come to me for support. I just included it. Do with it what you want. And as you notice, the top panel and the dock are more rounded and are more transparent. That's all that is thanks to panel colorizer, which you can right-click and configure right here. Now, I'm not going to mess with that, but as you can see, no installer. The installer did not boot. There's no shortcut on the desktop. You won't find it in the app menu. Like if you type install, there's nothing. So, cow space limited to 100 megabytes, so no updates, no installing large packages. You can install smaller packages if you want. You have full access to the internet. If you want to test smaller packages, fine, but nothing big. And the third thing is non-persistent live environment. So nothing you do that requires a reboot will stick. Keep that in mind. So you just launch the terminal, look at the fast fetch. I was going to say neofetch, but neofetch is dead, isn't it? So anyway, you get the terminal. You get everything exactly as you will end up with on XeroLinux if you pay for the unlocked version, except the limitations I stated earlier. You can play around with the toolkit, see what options it has, have fun, do whatever you want. You go to the app menu, discover what applications are included out of the box or what isn't included out of the box. You got Paxi. People keep asking me, what package manager do I include on XeroLinux? I don't include a GUI one because my choice might not agree with yours. Like if I include Octopi, you might not like Octopi and you want something else. I leave that choice all up to you. So I just included a TUI that I love because it shows you package builds for AUR packages, which I recommend you read before installing, but I know that no one will. Everybody will. 99% of people will just select the package, hit enter, and let it install. If it breaks, it breaks. But it's my job to give you the warning. Anyway, Packseed TUI, you can check out the various aspects like Yakuake. You can check out App Datafier, play around with Panel Colorizer, have fun. No limitations. The only limitations are what I mentioned earlier. Other than that, you can test the full version of XeroLinux free of charge. Yep. There's nothing else to say. Basically, I'm not going to demonstrate what XeroLinux is. I created a video before this one, and I shared with you all. So it's a demo version, be it GNOME or KDE, and soon enough, whenever that gets out, Cosmic. They will all have demo versions that you can try free of charge. I'm not going to charge a penny for that. If you like it, only if you like it and you are satisfied, you like my vision, I'm going to include a link in the description below to grab the full versions as well as the demos. But I'm not forcing anyone's hand to use XeroLinux. People think that I am competing with other distros. I want to be better than CachyOS. I want to be better than Fedora. I want to be better than... No, that's not the point of XeroLinux. If it's not for you, it's not for you. I'm not going to act like an elitist and tell you, no, if you're not using XeroLinux, you're doing it wrong. No, I'm not that kind of person. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Just tell me that you don't like it. I'm going to tell you, I'm just glad that you are on Team Linux. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter what distro you're using or what distro you prefer over mine, because I know CachyOS offers more than XeroLinux does. Natural. Different people do different things differently. So, and I'm not going to rehash the reason why I am putting XeroLinux behind a paywall. I already did that in the previous video. So, with that out of the way, I need to show you another thing. As soon as this video is public or published, the website will be updated. You'll be able to grab the Plasma demo or the GNOME demo by clicking on these buttons. If you like and are satisfied and you want to support the project financially and you want to grab the full unlocked version of each ISO, you can just click this button. You click this button, you'll be redirected to Ko-Fi's, to my Ko-Fi page, where you'll be able to donate for whichever ISO you prefer. And if you want to know more about the demos, you just click more info, and it's going to take you to a section of the wiki where it's going to explain the whole situation. And I say at the end, satisfied, you can take the plunge and donate for a copy here, and it goes to my Ko-Fi store. But that's all I have to say about it. So please do let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this whole idea of demos, and if you agree with it, and if you don't agree with it, also let me know. But just note that starting now, any haters just for the sake of hating will get their comments deleted. Don't just come to the comment section and start spewing your elitist bullshit. Immediate deletion. Don't waste your time. I am the moderator and the admin. And if somebody wants to help me filter out trash comments like that and AI slop in the comments, please contact me on Discord and we'll talk about it. But I'm sick and tired of having BS comments and hate comments just for the sake of hating, because that, for whatever reason, you feel makes you feel like an important person. No, that's not going to make you an important person. That's going to make you a hated person and a deleted person in the comments. So. But if you have negative comments and you are respectful about it, I'm not going to delete it. But please be respectful in the comments. And if you want to chat, find me on Discord, of course. Back to me. What else can I say? I hope this satisfies the request that you've been asking for. Free versions, try before buy. And of course, I will always be available on Discord. I know some people don't like Discord, but that's the only place most people like to talk. I tried a forum in the past. I tried Matrix. I tried Telegram. Nothing worked. So Discord is working better than anywhere else. Unless you guys have any other suggestions, please let me know in the comments. We'll talk about it. I'm not going to refuse your suggestions. We'll talk about it. It's the exchange, basically. All right. I'm done with this video, basically. And of course, if you want to support me financially, which I would really, really appreciate, links in the description. You got LiberaPay, you got Ko-Fi, and if you want to support me financially privately to my private fund, you got Fundraiser. It's an open fundraiser. It doesn't have a goal. It's just open-ended. You can either support me on a monthly basis or just one time. The choice is yours. And it's not mandatory. It's if you want to. All right. God bless y'all, and I'll see you in the next